Chapter 1, Mishnah 2. The previous Mishnah taught that if produce is not edible when it first starts to grow, it is not subject to the Maasros obligation until it grows to a point where it becomes edible. This Mishnah begins listing different kinds of fruit and teaches at what stage they become edible and thus subject to Maasros. From when does produce become subject to the laws of Maasros? Figs become subject once they begin to ripen, which is when the tips of the figs turn white. Grapes and avashim, a kind of low-quality grape, become subject once the seeds can be seen through the skin. Cornelian cherries and mulberries became subject once they turn red, and similarly, all red fruits become subject to the laws of Maasros once they turn red. Pomegranates become subject to Maasros once they become soft enough that one could crush the seeds with his fingers. Dates become subject once they develop cracks like sourdough, that is, when they start to have ridges in their skin, similar to the cracks that they develop on the surface of a sourdough. Peaches become subject to the laws of Maasros once they develop red sinews, streaks, in their skin. Walnuts become subject once they form a storehouse, that is, once the kernel of the nut separates from the outer shell and sits inside it as if it is in a storehouse. But Rabbi Yehuda says walnuts and almonds become subject only once they form the thin shell that surrounds the kernel itself, which does not happen until the nuts are completely ripe.